Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. All right, so this is going to be a message for everyone. I will do some cards, but first, I have a message to say. So, I get certain messages that come to me different times of the day. Well, the other day when I was at work, I had a message come to me, and I happened to put it on my little voice memo. So and I put it on there with my headphones on so you could barely hear it. So I got up today and from having crazy dreams as usual. And I felt like listening to it again. And then I decided to go over it and so you could hear me better, right? So it ended up being longer than I thought. I thought I was going to be able to put it like a reel for 1 minute on my Facebook, and no, it went almost 5 minutes. So I decided to do a video. With that being said, okay, you know how we look, we're a lot, especially now we're in the Five of Cups energy, which is about looking at the past, right? And it's okay, we all do it. But this is what I feel that could be very healing to it, so you don't get stuck in it. Can you look at the past? Okay, so say something comes up and you're reminded of the past. It could be a song, it could be you're getting triggered, because this is another thing too. It could be people are in our life for a certain reason, even strangers. So my example was, if you're say you're in traffic and a car cuts in front of you, well, that triggers you. You don't even know the person. You'll probably never see them again, but the purpose they had in your life at that time was to trigger an unhealed, unlooked at, unaware of emotion or trauma. So when that happens, instead of going back to it and feeling it and feeling it as it's happening to you, because that's how it is. Our emotions and our mind is that strong that we can excuse me, go back to a scenario and it feels like it's happening all over again. So my suggestion, and like I say, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, is can you go back to it and look at it through the lens that you perceive the world now? Meaning, say it happened 20 years ago. It's a long time. Even if it happened a year ago, though, you've changed. We are changing. The only thing constant is change. So you are changing. You have evolved from that situation. So, can you, when you do go back to it, whether that's you just choosing to go back, whether that's you've been triggered to go back, whether a song has brought you back to it, whatever the case, whatever the scenario, can you go back to that situation and look at it through the eyes that you perceive the world now, as you're the observer then? Because it's a past thing, it's done, it's already happened, it's in the past, it's gone. Yes, the memory's still there and the emotion with it. So, but if you look at it now through the lens that you perceive, meaning you're changed, you're evolved, then you can look at it and be like, oh, wow, okay, I get it. I understand. Tell that version of yourself, all right, I could only respond to that situation from the depths that I had met myself at that time. So you probably hadn't even done, like right now, you're probably on the journey of self discovery, self healing, right? Self love. But back then, you just wasn't. And that's okay, because that was part of it. We came here to experience every aspect. That's the whole point of the human experience, is to experience. So can you look at it and be like, oh, wow, yeah, back then I really didn't have good self esteem. I had some abandonment issues. So I didn't want to feel it at that time. It really was very hurtful. So I just pushed it down. But now I see what led up to that. I see what part I played in it. I see what part the people or whatever played in it as well. But now I can look at it, and that's the whole point. You don't have to sit there and do a journal about it. You can if you want. I'm saying it doesn't even have to be that. The whole point is to become aware that that emotion, that trauma is asking just to be looked at. So by you becoming aware, you're looking at it and you're saying, I understand. And that way you don't get caught up in the you don't get caught up in it again like it's happening to you right now. It's the past and you're able to become aware of it. So I ask you to try that. Try that. Next time you get in that 5 of Cups, that feeling, that past, the little nostalgia feeling, like you have some regret or whatever it is, try looking at it through the lens that you perceive the world now, your evolved self. Because we are evolved. You don't just evolve and you're, all right, I'm done. Every day we're evolving, right? So that is what I wanted to talk about. Now we're going to see. So this is going to be the subconscious energy. And you have Shungite. It says, excuse me, who needs it? Anybody looking to get honest with themselves? Yes. Excuse me. When to use it? When it's time to reclaim your energy from wherever it's been and whomever it's been with. Get real with your truth. Exactly. So, your subconscious is saying, hey, look, are you being honest with yourself? Are you? Whatever situation is going on in your life, are you being honest with the people around you? Are you being honest with yourself? I don't even feel like this has to... First of all, if you're not being honest with yourself, you're not being honest with people around you. That's just period, point blank, because we can only... Just like with loving someone or, excuse me, respecting, you can only meet people to the depths that you've met yourself. So if you're not even being honest with yourself, you're not being honest, completely honest with the people around you. So your subconscious is like, get real with your truth. So now it's time to ask yourself, hey, what is my truth? Right? What is my truth? Is it, wow, look, deceit. This could be people around you, but this could also be yourself. Are you lying to yourself? Are you saying that everything's great, everything's good, putting a smile on your face when it's not? And I'm not saying it's okay to have positive thoughts around it, but is it to the detriment of your soul? Is it, is it taken away from your life force? If it is, it's time to get it back. So let's see here. Energies around my viewers watching. Yep, there's the third eye. If that ain't about getting real with your truth. The third eye is our true truth. So we have the 6th chakra with Archangel Metatron, which is the third eye, right? So your intuition is on point. And this one, I don't take reversals, but it flipped in reverse. So this is the garden and the gate. This is like you, like, okay, I'm content. But you see how she got the key around her neck and then this gate? You're content because you're staying small. Wherever you're at, you're staying small. But you got a whole world out there to explore. You're bigger than where you're at. So it's time to flip this upright so you can be like, hey, look, I got that could be the truth. Maybe you're in a situation and you got to tell somebody, look, this is just not for me anymore. And first you have to tell that to yourself. Or maybe you've already told it to yourself and now it's time to tell it to someone else. This could be in work. You could be at a job that's just, it's not for you. And now it's time to tell it to your boss, whatever it is. And then we have the woman holding a heart. So this could be you thinking about a woman, or this could be your energy. This is not even male or female. This is just the energy, feminine. So what it's saying is whatever this truth is, it needs to be in alignment with your heart. Like some of y'all, maybe you're in a situation and you don't want to be in it because you believe you belong in another situation. So whatever it is, always follow your heart desire. Your heart is connected to your intuition. These are your true GPS. And wow, look, I didn't even notice. So 40 and 44. 444, right? Something solid, something stable. But 4 is also rules Uranus, which is the planet of sudden change. So sudden change can happen. Are you ready for it? Because this is what it is. If your soul is asking for this change and you haven't set it to the situation, then that's when the Tower comes, which would be Uranus energy. Because the bottom of the deck, we have the Healer of Ages. There is a chance, wow, that's back to what I was talking about in the beginning, about healing that. So that's what it is. Maybe some of y'all are staying small because there's a child. Because you notice, look, this is like the inner child. So the inner child is still, your inner child still feels locked in this. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Your inner child still feels locked in this gate. Maybe I'm not worthy enough to come out. So I'm just going to stay small wherever I'm at. But you have the opportunity to get to the woman holding a heart where you're like, no, I can finally wear my heart on my sleeve without being worried about being hurt again. Soon as what? I figure out what that 5 of Cups is all about. What is that trauma, that emotion that's asking to be looked at? It's time that I look at that, right? All right. So this is beautiful energy. It really is. Let's see here. Let me get an oracle message out. But yeah, seriously, I know I say it over and over in my videos. If you truly do follow your heart's desire, that's your soul talking. That is your getting real with your truth. You know it. You feel it. And it's something feel. Back to that. Wow, look where I stopped. Not for you. You know that something in your life is not for you. Whether that's the person you're with, the friendship group you're with, maybe it's a family member that you still keep in contact because you're like, oh, it's my family, but you've outgrown. People do have expiration dates in your life. Not everybody's meant to follow us on our whole journey. Remember back to what I said, people are in our life for certain things, certain reasons. So this could be a job that's not, like I said, put it in your situation. This is a general message and it's going to be different for everyone watching. So put it in there and figure out. Because, yeah, look at that. 44 again. Come on now. You've been thinking this. You know it. Back to that. This was upright. Your intuition's on point. The only one that was flipped in reverse is the little girl. And that doesn't mean a girl. That just means your inner child. Let's see. What is the message? All right. So we have to be fair. This is a Libra energy. And it's card 38. Breaks down to 11. 11 is the soul path number. It's a master number. So, and I always look at 11. Oh, we're about to have we are in November, which is the 11th month. We're about to have the 1111 portal as well. So 11 to me, 1111 is like new beginning. So like doors opening up. So what I feel with this is you just want to be fair with everyone involved. Whatever the situation, whether it's at work, I'm just going to say whatever the situation because you're going to put it in your situation. You want to be fair. So this is what I ask you. Write down your pros, your cons to whatever your situation, your scenario. But also this, to be fair, the fact that this was flipped in reverse, I feel like you feel like you're being fair because you are not wanting to hurt the other person or people involved in the situation. But the thing is if it is not in alignment, if you are in this energy of this, the inner child's not happy, which is your soul, then you're not doing it any good by staying in that situation just because you want to see other people. That's another people. This is like Libra energy, right? Which Libras tend to people please. And I get it. My Mars is in Libra. I used to be a big people pleaser. But now I understand that you have to put yourself first, and it's not being selfish. It's a difference. It's not an egotistical kind of way. It's just, All right, am I happy? Because think about it. So say you're with someone and you're staying there, but you're not happy. But you don't want to leave because you don't want them to be unhappy. And you never know, they might feel the same way. Y'all just ain't saying the same thing because nobody's getting real with their truth. But even if the other person is content, you're sabotaging your happiness for another person. So that's not even fair to them, because you'll end up resenting them, and then it'll be all this, you know what it'll be. So ask yourself, are you being fair to yourself? First and foremost, is it fair to me that I stay in this scenario situation? Or do I go? What is it? What am I going to do? There is no wrong choice. It is up to you. But are you going to... Wow, another card. 5 of Swords. Swords are thoughts. Win or lose. See how this doesn't even go with this deck? But there are no accidents. Win or lose. This is all about being in your head, manipulation, self-sabotage. See, this is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords definition is truth. Bringing the truth. Your authentic truth. Speaking your truth. Cutting out what doesn't belong. But see, this sword is in the ground. On the Ace of Swords, the guy's holding it, or whoever's holding it, it's just a hand. No, it doesn't matter the gender. So, and look, I love how it has a heart on there, right? Back to that. What is your truth? Where is it that you want to go? It's time for you to take the sword out of the ground and speak it. I'm going to keep this card right here, matter of fact. It's time to speak your truth to whomever. And like I say, it could be just telling the truth to yourself. Look at that, the heart chakra. Exactly. The 8 of Wands, which is about speaking. Because you have your eye. See how she's looking at that star? You have your eye on your star. Which star, the definition of the star is wish fulfillment. You have your eye on somewhere or something that you want. But you're not saying it. You're not speaking it. It's time. Wow, thank you. I'm keeping this for sure. There's the 5s coming. And look, mental conflict. Wow, and there's the Libra energy. Told you, right? 11. This is Libra energy. So first, let's go here. 5 of Cups. Remember, in the beginning, before I even got the cards, I said, y'all know 5 of Cups energy. See how it says emotional loss? But look how I love how he's holding his heart. And it's kind of like, this reminds me of like a wormhole. So like we can travel, it's energetically, back to the version of ourself that was hurt. Travel back there, but look through it through the eyes of your soul, your evolved self. This eye, the 3rd eye. Wow, thank you for the confirmation on that. Because yeah, there's so much mental conflict. Back to that. Look at that. Swords. You're in your head. And you're looking at the past and you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And some of y'all, this is like, you need to leave a situation, back to this, and you're like, oh, what am I going to lose? Or what is the other person? What are people going to say or think? That doesn't matter. You don't worry about that part. Worry about what is true to your heart. See, I knew this was going to be long. And it's perfect. It's meant to be. And I'm going to keep this right here. Because once you're fair, right? To be fair. Once you are fair and you follow, you're being fair to self, you have all the tools. See how he has the wands, the pentacles, the cups, and the sword? And look, the sword is upright. Once you are fair and in alignment with your truth, you have all the tools. You're balanced, mind, body, soul. Then you know, hey, it's time to follow my heart. Let's see here. Situation, please. And action, advice, challenge. Hello. And the outcome. Please and thank you. Outcome. Hello. Bottom of the deck. Yes. The Ace of Cups. You see that? One cup, ace, one. That means solo. Love begins. That's about filling your cup up because that's what's happened. You have been depleting yourself by feeling. Remember back to I was saying about people pleasing? Making sure everybody else is full. But then your cup's dry. But then you wake up and you do it again. So it's time to give that love back to yourself. You got to give love. Remember I said it's not selfish. It's not in an egotistical kind of way. Wow. Thank you. First of all, look at the major arcanas. Major arcanas mean that it's something major happening in your life. This is something that's going to happen anyway. And do you remember me talking about the tower coming? Well, there it is. This is your situation. The tower's here, or it's coming. Some of y'all, you've already had the tower and you're in the midst of it. Others of you, it's coming. Some of you have already had the tower and now you're kind of you're in this like, all right, I'm finally getting over it. But you still have, maybe this is the ones that need to go back and look at the scenario because you're still replaying it. Go back and look at it through these lenses. Now, others of you, this tower is about to happen because it's time. Sal says disruption, and it's disruption because it's, look at all this energy you're in. It's not where you're supposed to be. Fives are about change. Remember I told you change is the only thing that stays constant. It's inevitable. Your challenge and action and advice is the high priestess with intuition. Your challenge is listening to your intuition. Because it's telling you, you know this. Everything I'm saying here is nothing but confirmation. So your challenge is listening to it, not wanting to hear it. That's the challenge. And your action and advice is to listen to it. It's not going to be the mind, not the ego. It's going to be your intuition, your soul. Getting real with your truth. Because then your outcome will be, hello, Three of Cups, celebration, feeling good, having genuine people. So whatever this is, if it's people that you're leaving behind, guess what? You're going to have your true soul tribe. You notice in this one, right? This one has one cup, which that's what, you're the only one that's been depleting yourself. You're going to be running into situations and people that have their own cup. So y'all just going to be pouring in each other's cup. It's going to be reciprocity. Finally, once and for all. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm loving it. All right, let me see here. I am going to get a closing out message. Yeah, this one's a nice little, we're at 22. Hello. 22. Also, you might be seeing 444 a lot or just seeing repeating numbers. It don't always mean you have to go check what it means. What you do is pay attention to what you're thinking of when you see the numbers. All right, let's see. Closing out message, please and thank you. Just one. There's like 3 that wanted to come out. It's probably a lot just wanted to be said. Are we taking that? No. That was card 11 though. It didn't come all the way. Let's see. This must be good. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have a merry motive. This is just about making move merry, right? Merry, happy. So, and motive, move. So when you're going to make a happy move, look, stars, once again. When are you going to make that merry motive, that move, the move that makes you happy, whatever that is for you? Thank you. Your closing out message is seeing beyond. See? The third eye. Oh, yeah. I already know what this one's all about. It's beautiful. It really is. The key concepts. Intentions based on your desires and aspirations. The act of consciously committing to a vision, sacrificing something of value, gambling on yourself, trusting that dreams can become reality. The importance of daydreams. Do you believe your dreams can become real? Or do you shrug them off and chide yourself for being unrealistic? What if you could trust that the world around you holds promise you have not yet realized? Perhaps the point all along is not how something can happen, but the power of wishing and intending. We humans have multiple ways to ritualize owning a dream we want to see manifest in physical form. Think of a wishing well. You infuse a coin with your intention, tuning into the feeling of having a particular experience. Tossing the coin into the well symbolizes the act of letting the how go, walking away, and allowing the universe to do its part in the co creative partnership. Another method is to wish upon a star. In doing so, you also look back to our origins, for we are made of stardust. Today, allow yourself to dream and play with different realities. Even if it seems impossible, if it calls you and feels good, why not choose it? Wish upon a star, then live as if your wish were already true. Know that those beautiful dreams you have been nurturing are in the process of becoming real. Don't forget that the act of wishing, dreaming, and intending is more important than figuring out the how. It shows the universe you are serious about playing the game of life and you trust the essence of the partnership. Remember, every dream you believe in and hope for is a call to a twinkling star. The answer will come, sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly. No wish is ever wasted. Isn't that something beautiful to know? Back to that. Get real with your truth. Stars. Remember when I had the eight of wands and I said you have your mindset on something. So now it's time to act on it. Meaning set that intention out there. Don't worry about how am I going to do this. So maybe that's what the mental conflict's about. Oh, I don't know. I want this, but how's it going to happen? What if this happens? That. Don't worry about all that. If it is something that you truly desire, it is in alignment with your soul's urge, then that's all you need to know, because it's going to happen. That's your soul's urge. Your soul wants this. It is your ego that has you feeling like you can't have it. You're not worthy. Back to that, there's a wound, right? A childhood wound feeling I'm not worthy. Whatever it is, whatever the wound, the situation, but it's time to go back to what I said in the beginning. Whatever scenario triggers, put it like this. I know this reading is probably triggering a lot of people. So whatever's triggered, just know that's your sign saying, oh, okay, that's what needs to be looked at. Whatever moment it triggers, whatever you go back to in your mind upon listening to this, go back with the eyes of your soul, though, and see it and understand that you've grown from that. You have all the tools now to work with the universe. Ask for what you want. Believe that you can have it, and it will be possible. It is possible. But you have to believe it and feel it and own it. You can't say, oh, well, I want this, and then be like, I don't know how that's going to happen. And yeah, right, this is so crazy. What am I doing? You can't. You have to believe it. Back to the inner child. That's why it hasn't happened yet. Your inner child was flipped in reverse. A child believes, it still has the belief. He hasn't been conditioned and programmed with the beliefs that, oh, life's got to be hard, it's got to suck, and blah, 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 whatever it is. A child's like, oh, anything is possible. Think about it, kids like, I'm going to be this when I grow up. Well, guess what? It's never too late. We are limitless beings. There is no limit except for the limit that we impose upon ourselves. Right? All right. Well, that's what I have for my beautiful souls watching. I hope this helped uplift, heal, inspire. If you're interested in private readings, everything is in the description box below. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Angela Scott. I do reels there every week. And excuse me. You notice my throat has been messing up throughout this video. So, yeah, something needs to be said. There's a truth that needs to be said. It's time to clear that throat chakra and speak it. All right, so I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care.